The Sydenham Sportsmen's Association is located in Ontario, Canada. If you go to Google Earth or Google Maps and you type in the coordinates 44 degrees north, 30 minutes 20 seconds, and 80, 56, 40 west, that'll pretty much take you directly to the heart of the SSA. As we zoom in, we can see the 5 Great Lakes and somewhere between Georgian Bay and Lake Huron. We zoom in on the Sydenham Sportsmen's Association. If we take a look at this Google Maps here, we can see that just south of Owen Sound, about 12-14 minutes away, is where you'll find the SSA, just off of Concession Road 3 where it meets Side Road 6. So it's really close to Owen Sound, very convenient if you live in this area. Let's take a closer look at the property. And the property itself covers about 45 acres, starting at the road, and I'm going all the way down to the Sydenham River. A great place to launch a boat and go for a canoe ride. I want to take you on a little drive down the laneway here so you can kind of see where everything is. As we go through the main gate, you'll see the clubhouse straight ahead. That's where all the meetings are held. And behind that is the trap range and the sporting clays range. To the right, there's another gate with a sign that will indicate whether shooting is happening. Through this gate is where the majority of the ranges are. So we'll make our way down the hill there. I'll just speed up the footage here in the car. You don't want to actually drive this fast, but I'll speed it up so you can kind of get a view of where everything is located. As we get down to the bottom of the hill, out on the left side you'll see a clearing, and this is where the standing archery range is. It goes out to 40 yards. Beside that is a shotgun range for turkey shooting that we do here. And up ahead you'll see the handgun range. As you can see, the red flag showing something is in use. Just on the corner, as we make the turn here, there's another pathway that leads to the 22 caliber range. Up ahead on the right, some storage areas for some of our equipment, and on the left we come to the high power range on the left side, and to the right is actually the another trap range where there's trap and skeet. Now as we make our way further down the road, we'll come to a sign on the right hand side, and this is the archery range sign for the walk-through archery range. You're going to want to make sure that if you plan on using this range that you put the in-use sign down. That lets people know that you're going to be in the woods shooting some arrows. Sometimes this archery range is closed if the trap and skeet range on the left-hand side is active. That way no one is going to be hit with any flying debris, so watch for that as well. As we make our way down the road, the woods on the right-hand side is basically where all the walk-through archery range is. And a good place to park your car is just up here on the left. You can also park your car down by the standing archery range, since that's where this course comes to an end. But it's up to you whether you want to walk back here or walk out there to your car. Just down the path here you'll find the Sydenham River at the end. And at that river is a great place to launch a canoe or a kayak, and that goes all the way out to the Owen Sound Harbor. So that's a bit of an overview on what the ranges are that are available here. I want to go into a bit more detail and look at each of these places specifically, give you a little bit of a tour of each of these facilities. We've got 2 rifle ranges at the SSA. We've got a high power range for large calibers and a 22 caliber range. Let's zoom in and take a look at the 22 caliber range. Just at the end of the road before it bends to the right, from the ground level, you'll see a sign out front, and that'll indicate that where the range is. This is also the location of one of the 2 outhouses down below. As you approach the range, watch for any red flags. That'll indicate that shooting may be taking place. This range here is great for youth shooting, getting someone into shooting for the first time. The smaller calibers make it easy to shoot. Lots of seating back here behind the red line for people to watch the show. And up front there's 6 different locations to shoot from, and they're all at the 25-yard line back here. So there's sandbags and armrests and all kinds of things that are in the area that you can access. Standing, sitting, however you want to shoot can be done. Now, if you don't want to shoot from back here at the 25-yard line, you can move up a little bit further. There's a sign up on the right-hand side that indicates where the 10-meter firing line is, and this is a great place to take some of the newer shooters to refine some basic accuracy. As you make your way back to the range, you'll see a lot of signage up. Take your time to read the signs. A lot of safety features are posted here. And at the rear of this range, like many ranges, you'll find the first aid kit. So again, this is the .22 caliber rimfire range, so only rimfire shooting is permitted here. However, this range is approved for cowboy action shooting, and we also run IDPA course here. So take a look at the schedule online to see when those events are happening, and come on out. Okay, next we zoom in on the high power range. Now we're talking about the bigger caliber centerfire guns, just down the road from the .22 rimfire range. And when you arrive here, what you're going to see is a couple red flags in place. And you'll also be expected to meet up with the range safety officer on the day. When we get to this range, we're getting into a scheduled shooting. So when we get here, you're going to notice a couple things. Number one, there are 6 different shooting lanes to shoot from. The first lane is a standing shot, and then the other 5 are all sitting shots. You've got lots of bags and rests that you can use that are located at the back of the range, or you can bring your own rest if you like. This is a great place to get your guns sighted in for the upcoming hunting season, or just to come out and do some shooting with friends and family. You can bring a guest out here to the range up to 3 times each year before they need to become a member. So bring your family, friends out, and bring your guns out. We can support most high caliber rifles here. Pretty much 30-06 and down is no problem. And you can even shoot .22 here as well if you like. Now we've got targets set up here all the way out to 100 yards, and depending on which shooting lane you're sitting at, you can be shooting the 25 or the 50 or the 100-yard targets. We've done a lot of changes here at this range. Even just in the last year, we've reconfigured it quite a bit to conform with the Chief Firearms Office and any changing regulations. So anything that's happening here you can always find on the Sydenham website, sydenhamsportsmen.com, and look at the newsletter. You'll see any of the latest updates that are happening with the club. It's also at this site that you can get the latest schedule for the range activities. So look at the schedule, you can sort by month, and you can see all the activities that are happening here. And in the summertime you'll see there'll be a lot more activities going on, trap shooting, skeet shooting, all the shotgun activities, and as well this high power range. This high power range requires a range safety officer present, so it's only going to be open on those days where an RSO is present. So observe the schedule and you'll see when you can come out and have some fun. And one last thing I'll point out, when you're on the website, under the members tab, you'll find a range rules booklet. Take a look at that, and that'll show everything from hours of operation to who's running each committee, what the ranges are, very specific information for each range itself. So have a glance through that when you have some time. So that's it for the rifle ranges. I want to take you out now to the handgun. Let's see what we have there at the SSA. Alright, let's zoom in on the handgun range now. Just down the hill before the road bends to the right, you'll see the handgun range on the left hand side. And when you approach the range, again, as always, watch for a red flag and see if anyone there is shooting. As we come up to the gate, this area will be enclosed in the winter. All the open beams you see here, we actually put a covering on, a plastic covering in the winter, so you can shoot all winter long as well. When you walk into the range, you'll notice a box in on the left hand side, and that is to sign in, and you're going to want to sign yourself in, sign your friends in. These boxes are located in every range, so make sure whichever range you go to that you're always signing in. The handgun range here can accommodate up to 6 shooters at any given time. There's 6 lanes here to shoot from, which is great. However, every time I've come here, 9 times out of 10, I'm pretty much the only one here, which is even nicer in my opinion. So you can shoot from any of these 6 spots back here at the 20-yard line, or if you like, you can move up to the 10-yard line or 10-meter line as well. Now if you're at the 10-meter line, there is a table that you can see just here on the right-hand side. You can move that table up to the 10-meter range point, and then you have somewhere to rest your handgun and rest your ammo, etc. So two-handed shooting, one-handed shooting, 10 yards, 20 yards. This handgun range is great to work on the fundamentals of handgun shooting and just to have a good time. And you can take your guests as well. One other thing we do here with handguns, which is really awesome, is IDPA, International Defensive Pistol Association type of shooting. So it's a course where we are simulating environments where you have to move and shoot, holster, unholster, rescue hostages, things like that. So really awesome if you're into handguns and you want to get into some defensive and tactical type of programs. We run an IDPA program here as well. It usually runs once or twice a year. So really cool to get into the handgun shooting sports, and we have the facilities here to do pretty much all of it. So that's a look at the handgun range, and I want to move along now and show you all the shotgun sports we have, because we do quite a lot with shotgun. Let's check it out.
Oh yeah, I gotta reload. No crying in combat shooting! That's right!
If you're into shotgun sports, then you've definitely come to the right place. You're going to be sore in the shoulder before you get through with all the stuff going on here. Trap shooting, skeet shooting, sporting clays, cowboy action shooting, tactical shotguns. We're going to jump in and take a look more closely at some of these ranges and show you what it's all about. Let's take a look at the trap range on the west side. Good place to park your car is either in the main lot, or you can drive down the side and park near the trap field. If you're walking, just cut through the woods here and that'll take you down to the trap field. This is a great place to spend the afternoon. Single trap, double trap, wobble trap, whatever's happening on the schedule, you can join in. There's also a shotgun patterning board here you can use to get a sense of the spread on your choke. So it's good for sighting in for clays and skeet. If you want to sight in something larger like 4, 5, or 6 for turkey season, you're going to want to head down to the high power range and use the patterning board that's there. It's also from this range where you can access the sporting clays. So if there's sporting clays happening in the woods, this is how you get there. Let's go check out the sporting clays and see what that's all about. Sporting clays is a lot of fun. It's 10 different setups through the woods where you're shooting clay pigeons, simulating many different types of birds and rabbits and things like that. So some of them fly out, fly fast, fly in front of you from above, behind. Some of them are bouncing on the ground, and you have to do your best to hit them. And at each of these 10 stations, you're going to be firing 10 different shots. So by the end of the game, you've gone through 100 rounds of ammunition. So you might only play one round depending on how much your shoulder can take, but you can get a good group together and have a really fun afternoon playing sporting clays. Something that everyone should try out. Let's leave the sporting clays range and head over to the skeet and trap field, see what's going on there. At the east field we've got the high house and the low house, so we can fire some skeet out of here as well as trap in the middle. So the guys are playing some skeet right now and doing their best to bust these birds. A lot of fun to play skeet. Everyone should come out and try it. Winter or summer, we've got a nice warm cabin here that we built last year, and it's nicely insulated now, so in the winter time you can hang out in there and have a nice warm coffee while you wait your turn to play. So a lot of fun playing skeet shooting out here and trap shooting from any of these fields. Just check the schedule, you'll see a whole number of things going on throughout the summertime, and just come on out and jump in on any of the games. Now if you want to have some real fun and kind of relive your Wild Wild West roots, you want to check out this cowboy action shooting. Let's take a look at that.
My scattergun does my talking.
Stand by.
You cheating polecat.
Stand by.
Are you the one that shot our friend?
Stand by.
This ain't no turkey shoot, it's a gunfight. I need more bullets.
Perfect.
The cowboy action shooting is really kind of reliving all the Wild West moments. So a lot of scenarios and a lot of fun. Shotgun and also pistol too, revolver. So a couple guns through these different stations, and you can dress up in your favorite cowboy outfit or not, and come out and have some good time shooting with some cowboy action. And another thing we run here at the club is a tactical shotgun. So it's kind of like the IDPA of pistols, only with shotguns. There's a lot of targets that you're running to or shooting at. They're moving or you're moving, and also combine some handgun as well. So you get to shoot with 2 guns and in a very tactical training way. So that's a lot of fun. That's a blast, and everyone should try that out whenever we run that. And aside from that, we do some turkey shooting here as well at the standing range next to the archery. So there's no shortage of things to do with shotgun here. We're big on shotgun sports, and everyone should come out and play a little. So that's it for the shotgun stuff. Let's move into the archery. We've got a really awesome facility here for archery if you're into shooting bows. Let's check that out. So as we mentioned in the beginning, there's basically two archery ranges here. There's the standing archery range, and then there's the 3D walkthrough course. I want to take you into the standing archery range and just show you around a little bit. We've got targets here that go 10, 20, 30, and 40 yards. So it's a great way to sight in your bow up to a shooting distance that most people will hunt to. 40 yards. And oftentimes when we're getting close to hunting season in the fall, we'll also put out some 3D targets in front of these, so you get to actually work on shot placement a little more accurately. And then aside from here, we've got the 3D walkthrough course that goes all the way through the woods. Now this 3D walkthrough range is awesome. You can get a group of 4 together and run through this course. It's 20 different targets with all kinds of yardages, anywhere from 15 out to around 40 yards, and really simulating the situations that you would encounter during the hunting season. Shooting through trees, behind limbs, up in tree stands. We even have a tree stand you can get up into. You can do standing shots, kneeling shots, so no better way to get ready for the hunting season than to simulate as closely as possible to the conditions that you're actually going to be hunting in. And in the fall season, when we're getting ready for hunting, we will always put out the 3D targets in front as well. So we have like turkeys and deer and wild boar and things like that, and it really helps to work on shot placement. So again, I've made a whole video dedicated just to this archery 3D walkthrough range. You can check that out on our site, and you can also see it on our YouTube page. So check that out and come out and play this course. It's a lot of fun to play. So there you have it, a brief overview of the facilities here at the Sydenham Sportsmen's Club. And you got your 4 main categories: archery, shotgun, rifle, and handgun. There's something for everyone, and there's something happening here mostly every day. So it's a great place to come out and spend the afternoon. Now, as far as membership is concerned, just take a look at the Sydenham Sportsman website and you get the latest fee structure there, but I think you'll be impressed. You're looking at $150 to get a new membership and only $100 a year to renew. And in that $100, you're getting a Ontario Federation of Anglers and Hunters membership. And that's going to get you your monthly magazine as well as some liability coverage for insurance. And that itself is a $50 value. So realistically, you're looking at paying $50 a year to be a member of this range. Compare that to some of the ranges down near the city, and you're paying twice or 3 times that much for a range that has half of the facilities and is 3 times as busy. So do the math there. What it adds up to is this is the best range in Ontario. Now the shooting here is really just a small part of what goes on with the club. There's so much more behind the scenes with youth programs and wildlife committees, conservationism. Every year we put on a huge fishing derby, the Salmon Spectacular, where there's thousands of dollars in prizes. So you're going to see more videos on these different things. But for now, that's it for the range facilities tour. I want to thank you for sticking around and checking this out. If you want to learn more, check out the website or come out to any of the meetings. The first Thursday of every month at the clubhouse here we have a meeting, and you're welcome to attend and just see what it's all about. So we look forward to seeing you out here. Be safe, shoot safe, and have fun.